All right, guys. As promised, last night I finally was able to step away from whatever was on my mind and get to putting this thing up. So I did a little Charlie Mike into it. I ended up grinding the ears off of the Tang, and there was a couple reasons why, but I find this a lot better for certain applications in FMA, and yeah. So you got your strikes here. You can punyo with it. You can fucking come like a hook with it. Like right here, this contact area, or you can use this as an extension for a wrist lock or a hand cop, a come along to grab control of a limb. You can use it for pressure points, but when you don't have the ears, you've got more usable length, it seems. All right. Okay. So this is a mid-90s vintage Walter Erickson Balisong. I've owned his work before, but I ended up seeing this for sale on Jersey Devil, and it was by a very well-known member on both Jersey Devil and Blade forums, Chef Get, and he had a reasonable price, and I was feeling the urge for another Balisong for quite some time. But the problem nowadays with Balisongs is they cater to the kids. They like to flip and throw them in the air and do videos on Instagram and what have you. And I'm not really into that. I'm into opening it according to some of the stuff in the old Jeffy Mata Balisong manual. There was nothing about tricks. It was just all effective ways of opening a butterfly knife. And that's the kind of stuff that I learned from back in the, early, 2000 and 2001. So, yeah, I like a heavy butterfly. I like a channel handle, stainless, brass. If it's a longer knife, like say a 12-inch, a 5.5-inch blade, titanium will work. But I like steel. Let's see how much this weighs. Give you an idea. Okay, so 8.145 ounces. This is like just a little lighter than two BM42s, for example. Blade is 5/32, just eyeballing it. Blade, as far as I know, is 440C, based on the time that it was made and the polishing. These handle inserts are bone. So closed length on this bad boy is 5.5. And open length is 9.5, just a cunt hair over. Sharpen length is 3 3/4. And on the swedge, we have just about a 1/2 inch or so of razor sharp false edge. So to the bolsters or whatever is 4.5 inches. So that's a standard, Balisong size. They don't make them like they used to, and Walter Erickson was ahead of his time. Now I've heard stories about the history of him at ABS shows, and back in those days, Balisongs and autos were looked upon, a little disdainfully, and he basically told the ABS guys, to go, fuck themselves, because they told him, hey, we don't want any fucking Ballies and autos on the table at these shows. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I actually brought this to my Cali class last night, and my instructor hadn't played with a butterfly for years, but it was a fun little tool to do some demonstration with. And there's an allure to the butterfly, especially the sound, especially these old ones that don't have a spring latch. That sound of that latch flipping around and you know, whacking everything. Now this one, it has the milling on here is interesting because you can kind of see how it tapers and rounds. Almost like it's got its own little back spacer, like its own block spacer. And on this one especially, you can see that the latch doesn't interfere with the blade. Let's see. Yep. So you can flip it all you want without dulling the point, which was a problem on the old Jody Sampson Pacific Cutlery Customs. And even the older Filipino handmaids. So, give you a shot of this milling here. Now these bone inserts are not only pinned but also epoxied. They are completely seamless. And we got this razor sharp. Let me see if it'll zoom in. Sometimes my camera, with very shiny things, the depth finder, what's it called, range finder doesn't work. Okay, so we got a mirror polished secondary bevel. This will shave. Just beautiful. All right, well, thanks for watching this and appreciating this grail from afar. This is definitely a beautiful piece. All right, as always, stay armed, stay alert, stay alive. God bless. Later.